if we look at those two setups there, okay, hopefully you can see obviously this one now is quite a lean back behind the golf ball. That to me now is a lot more neutral, but still again, if we sort of do a different there, put your head, you're still behind the golf ball. Okay, so you're still in the right angle you want to be. There's still a lean with the shoulders and the hips, so we're still in a good position. Ball is still forward, so we're setting up for the driver fine, but in a position where we can actually rotate and come back to the golf ball. And when you swing here now, the lines might move a little bit there, not too bad. You can see your head now is kind of a little bit more on that crosser, yeah? There's a lot less movement going to the golf ball, and there's a bit less need to reach for the golf ball. There's a little bit high on the club face. You might sort of see now, as you're catching that golf ball there, it's a little bit kind of high on the club. The club now is going under the ball. What we'd look for is the club and the ball kind of going to the same sort of bit of air, okay? Now, because you've been used to reaching for the golf ball, there's that sort of reach out with your arms, which is why your arms are leading a bit this way, trying to sort of get out for there. In the past, when you were further from the ball, you had to reach, okay? So this one here now, as you go back, just a bit behind the ball there, then moving a bit to the left. As you come back to the golf ball now, then that movement to the golf ball. There's actual strike, still a little bit high on the club face again, you can see. Again, that's going to cause the ball to go very high. Because if you're catching, if the club head is kind of there and the ball is there, that's hit the top of the golf club, or towards the top end of the club, okay? So that reach and stretch for the golf ball, which you sort of had to do, your brain sort of says, I'm a long way from the golf ball here. That's a long club, I'll just lunge for it, okay? Now with the irons, when you're nearer the golf ball, your brain's not telling you, I have to reach. So therefore, you don't need to think, I've got to throw the club. I can just sort of be nice and relaxed and let the arms sort of fall down nicely. So from the top of the backswing, say set-it-wise, yes, you did say it felt a little bit strange, but static adjustments you can make pretty quickly. It's just overcoming it feels a bit odd to start. After 10, 15 golf balls and 1 or 2 sessions on the range, you'll feel okay. It won't feel quite so bad, okay? But the swing from here now, when you get to the top of the backswing, we don't want to be reaching out for the ball. The arms want to be sort of just falling down here, and then they can accelerate through. Almost the sort of same thing as a drive in a car. Slow it in the corner, and then fast out. Okay, if we start throwing the club for the goal to try and get speed, the arms get thrown too far out in front, they get weaker, you have less control, and you're throwing the club too far away from which you're going to likely create that sort of that high sky shot, okay? So let the arms fall down back into the body, so much more connected position. If you get a little bit too much the other way, you might get a few toey contacts, okay? And they'll go a bit to the right slightly, or they may draw back, but generally sort of go to the right.
Is that what I was just doing?
That's the last couple there.
Okay,
so what would be curious about spraying the club face, get your drive either with some silver duct tape or whatever, or some sort of tape, and hit 10 shots and just see where the club face has been struck. If you're heeling it or high on the club face, you know you're probably reaching. If it's a little bit toey, you might have gone a little bit too close in with the arms.
Okay.
But it's finding that feeling where the arms sort of fall back down, as you kind of did with the one arm swing with that wedge. Naturally, your arm sort of swings up under your shoulder. That's kind of where the most natural move would be. You don't want to be throwing it in front too far. Okay. So just a tweak with that setup. As I said, 3 setups: drive, irons, and putting. We want one swing. We don't want to have sort of, I mean, the iron's great, my driver's rubbish, or my driver's really good, but I couldn't putt, or whatever it may be. You want to try and get the sort of same. If you're playing well that day, everything's working. If you're playing badly, you're playing badly, but then you've got to try and score the best you can with maybe some decision making and course management, which we'll discuss on the golf course obviously next time we go on the golf course. But think more about that rather than different days from any given day. Yeah, my drive was amazing, but I couldn't hit an iron shot. Well, there's some difference there in your swing in there, really. You've got 3 or 4 different swing movements and different sort of things going on to create that inconsistency. So does that make sense?
Definitely.
Good stuff. So a little bit less lean. Lean is good, but you can go too far. Okay, get a bit less lean, and then we can get the head a bit more stable around the golf ball, rotating, increase the consistency of the body movement, and then where the arms come back now is going to be the swing feeling in terms of where the arms are going to go to get that different contact. Okay, mate? Good stuff.